Hello, Susan.
Hello, Vivian.
How are you?
Very good.
We just saw your video and it's quite impressive.
It was fun making it.
You have a big team.
Yes, we do. And everybody has a unique experience and expertise to bring to the team. So we work all together on everything. It's very exciting.
So we know you've been working in the industry for a while.
Yes.
And then many of us know that you have a very beautiful background. Can you just maybe spend 1 minute to tell us about it?
All right. Well, quickly, I started working for textile mills in the United States. And I started to specialize in denim, working with a mill, Graniteville. And at that time, there was about 7 mills in the United States that sold the Levi their 14-ounce denim. So eventually, I moved on to work with my customers. And I did work for Cone Mills, and then I joined Polo. And at Polo, I worked on all the denim, and I was in the original team of Double RL. And then I was at Polo about 9.5 years, and I decided that I needed to learn. So I did some research and found out that the Limited had the most experience in retail. I wanted to learn retail. So I left Polo, I went to Structure under the Limited, and then Gap came to me and asked me to join them. So I thought that was like going to the Yankees, to be able to see denim on everybody, touch everybody and make a difference. So I went to Gap and I was there 10 years and it was the best experience work of my career. And I was exposed to so many things, so many places, traveled all the time. We got to develop anything we wanted to. It was a different company in a lot of ways because they valued creativity and everyone had a voice. So when I left Gap, I became a consultant. And I've been working with a lot of people, but I always work with a mill. And the last 5 years, I decided to focus on sustainability. And in the last year, I decided to focus more on circularity. And the more I learn, the scarier it is. And the more upset I am with the sins of my past because they come and haunt you. So with AFM, we have this amazing LaRoche shredding machine, and we're shredding discarded garments in the United States. And now I'm learning that you can't use all the waste. And why can't you use the waste? And the quality of the waste. And those are the sins of my past because I developed these fabrics. I developed them with polyester. We went from I remember way back when we went to ring spun from open end because we had to go more efficient. If we were still making the ring spun denim, it would be easier to be circular today. Our quality would be better. But along the way, we took a different path. And if I could go back, the number one thing I would do is not make open end yarn and convince everybody that you need to have stronger fabric. Because my jeans from the 60s are still very strong compared to jeans that I bought 3 years ago. So we had better product back then.
I see there's a question in the Q&A. Susan, how would you like to comment about strength of recycled denim undone, and how about traceability?
Yes. So in our undone concept, we are taking our own mill waste and we're putting it through our shredder and we're creating post-industrial waste yarn. And we divide that by color. So if we take all of our indigo and sulfur colored waste, we have created a yarn that does not need to be further dyed. So we are using the maximum components of our waste. And when we don't have enough strength for requirements, then we are adding refibra, lensing products, virgin cotton, but we are really trying to move away from virgin cotton and move away from fibers that cannot be easily recycled, because we want everything to be circular and go through our plant. Did I answer?
I have a
Yeah.
question. I have a question, Susan.
Okay.
First of all, I got to tell the audience that I worked with Susan in the early 90s or mid 90s for Double RL. That's where we met. And that was one of the greatest experiences I had with creative people. But let's move past that. My question is, if you guys, recycle your old things and your industrial waste, how much capacity does that have to your total production? So for instance, if a customer wants to use it, how much can you actually output?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know offhand. I know that we're building and expanding in that.
Right.
And we do have a plan to, I think, 500 tons of fiber, but I
Right.
don't know how that equates to fabric, percentage of fabric. I do know that in every fabric, we are committed to using at least 5% recycled.
That's great.
We are building to increase that to 15%. That's our goal.
That's awesome.
And I think a big problem is getting quality garments.
Totally. Totally. Yes. I'm sure that's a big challenge, but I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you, Susan, for talking to us. And then if anybody has more questions, please go to Q&A and then you can ask Susan any question. And
Yeah,
she will.
Susan, you might want to look at your Q&A because I think you have more questions.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.